heating up as well.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've seen that. You go on the web and you can search different planets like Pluto, Mars, Jupiter's even got another big spot growing on it apparently through storms. So it seems that there's interplanetary climate change, not just on Earth. So it's,
absolutely.
So it's like, I guess as you've got the light coming in, it must brighten things up, mustn't it?
Well, I think what you're seeing is, I mean, if you look at we've been shown what happens to a planet when it fully ascends. Basically, you see Sirius, you see it becomes first a red dwarf, it becomes super hot, and then basically a white dwarf as all the energy is released, and it compacts in on itself. That to me is a metaphor. It's a model for what is happening here. So yes, I believe global warming is to a degree natural, and yet what I think mankind has done has kind of kickstarted it to a higher level. From my perspective, the transition was always meant to be gentle in order to encourage as much life on the planet as possible, to give it time to ascend and to move into the higher vibration. But because we've resisted, it's like we've created this huge polarity. It's like how a tornado is created. We've resisted and held back, and so now we're being pulled forward a lot faster. And global heating is one of the mechanisms by which that's happening.
Yeah, sure.
That's my perspective, anyway.
Yeah, but there's a lot of converging factors. I mean, the Mayans and the Hopis and all these different indigenous groups all seem to be pointing towards this date, don't they?
Yeah.
Some people say 2012, but it's happening now, isn't it? It's been happening
happening now.
Yeah, it's like a huge window, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's like the way I look at it is imagine us taking one step and how long that one step takes. A couple of seconds or a second. Well, Gaia is taking a step, and that step is taking a number of years. To me, it's about 20 years. It's 20 kind of our years, if you like, to move from one plane to the other, and which will be complete in 2012. Is what we're all feeling.
Yeah. And it's, in a way, a lot of people hold on to the old paradigm. They feel that the banking system, well, a lot of people realise now that it's not so great, but up until October last year when it all started to go down, this kind of cushy reality where the banks were your friend, they lent you the money, and here's a mortgage, you can have this.
Absolutely.
And everyone was becoming really materialistic, but not being evil materialistic, but I guess in a nice way where everyone had lots of creature comforts and life was good. And now it's kind of being ripped away. Yeah. And, sadly it has to go, because we can't keep going with this greed and control, can we? And it's really only suiting a few people at the very, very top, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Really.
I mean, I don't personally, I can see why on one level we would say it was sad, and it's going to cause enormous turmoil. So at one level it's sad, but I have 3 kids, and those 3 kids are in school, and they're 9, 10, 11, and I see the way they are conditioned by society, by the junk that's put in the food, by mobile phones and gadgetry, by Wi-Fi, by TV. You name it, how they're conditioned. And I see how the light of the soul gets dimmed within that environment. And I see, all around the injustice of how the earth is treated and how animals and the plant kingdom are treated, and how society seems to think that, the world, the planet is at our behest, that it's up to us to change it, shape it according to our singular desires. To me, that status quo, that's no reality to to hold at all. So for me, for one, it won't be as sad when it all goes. Yeah,
I just think it'll be kind of scary and exciting at the same time.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess because I think some people think, what do we do? Do we kind of go out and buy loads of food and stockpile everything, or do we kind of trust our heart in a way that will be guided? It's kind of
right. Well, that's a multi-million-dollar question, and you're absolutely right. The answer is to follow your heart, follow your soul, because what I would say to every single person, And if there's one really important point that comes out of this program, I think it must be this. And that is that there is a path for every single one of us if we choose to walk it. And, it will lead us to safety. It will lead us to the higher paradigm. And whether or not we should stay in the city and continue with the job, or whether we should go and head off to the countryside and set up some kind of community, is really entirely in nature for your own soul. Because this is not about an external journey. This is an internal journey, which is achieved by peeling away layers of attachment. So if it is your destiny to stay in the matrix, so to speak, and to help others see the way out, then however dangerous or risky that might be, that may well be your path to evolution, to enlightenment. So at the end of the day, we have to learn how to tune into our soul and follow it. That's the key.
Yeah. And I guess Mother Earth, she can heal herself, I guess, once she's kind of kicked all the fleas off, if you like.
Indeed, yeah.
Go a good scratch and stuff like that. I guess she would fix herself.
Indeed. I remember, it's funny you say that. I remember travelling through Birmingham only a couple of weeks ago. And, if you've ever gone through Birmingham on the train, there's a lot of kind of industrial wasteland, old buildings which are derelict and not being used. And I was just absolutely amazed to see how much plant life was growing through old concrete. And as I went past one building, there were even trees growing up through the drain pipes. And I thought, this is Gaia reclaiming herself. And indeed, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah. That's it, at the end of the day, we think we've built these marvellous things, but they could just be torn down in an instant. And I think, sadly, that's what these earthquakes have shown as well, really. So, when you think of the pyramids as well, that's obviously a very spiritual structure, isn't it?
Indeed.
And it's lasted a very, very, very long time.
Yes.
And why we can't look back into our ancient history and realise we've got it all wrong, in a way.
Yeah. Well, yes. I think there are some quite destabilizing influences and energies, shall we say, which actually shut down and block our connection to the past and to our history and what really went on. So I think I don't think we're really to blame for a lot of what's happened, but we're responsible. We're responsible for what we're going to now do, but I don't think we're really to blame for what's been going on so much.
Maybe in a way, at some higher level, we wanted to experience separation. So we've done a very good job of setting up a very vivid, dramatic separation experience.
Indeed.
And now we're ready to kind of move on from that in a way and let go of it.
That's right, yes. Indeed.
Yeah. Okay. We're kind of on top of the hour now anyway. So just before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to cover? I know you've got a website as well. So you've got you're basically openhandweb.org.
That's right, yes.
And you've got some wonderful articles on there, haven't you?
Yes.
And you've got your video and stuff like that. And you do quite a lot of workshops for people as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's a full-time occupation. So we're writing continually, and we're doing seminars, and we're doing workshops. We basically give workshops aligned with the 5 transitions of consciousness we've been speaking of. So we don't. They're not actually geared to take people through the transition during the course, but actually to prepare people for those transitions. So our work is really centered around those 5 gateways. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'd love to get you back on here again in the near future. That
would be nice, Ian.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thanks for coming on.
You're very welcome.
And we'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers, Ian. Thanks very much.
Bye.